Sadness. Where is it that it hurts? Is it something that a lover, a wife, a spouse, a husband, a brother, a sister, a mother, a father, a grandmother, a grandfather, an aunt, an uncle, a cousin, boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, ex-husband, grandchildren, stepchildren, bosses, teachers? Something someone did that's living rent-free in your being. You don't have to accept it anymore. You can experience that sadness with me. And then breathe it in, feel it, and then say, no, thank you, release it. Then here comes the craziest one of all, our fears. Sometimes we communicate from our fears. Everything we're scared of. I'm scared of that. I'm scared of this. Oh my God, it's like the cuckoo, cuckoo. And then we let our doubts and our insecurities and our negative mind and our fears, nothing that's real. All our pain is the fear that it's going to reoccur. But because we hold that space of fear for what happened, and guess what we do? We attract the perpetrators and the predatory types and the negative ones to come back and prove that it's true. But what if you address your fears? I'm afraid that if I say this, there will be backlash. When I recorded the video, I was so terrified of my biological family finding out that I attracted them into my life to tell me I was afraid of them still. But today I'm not. I love all of them, including the ones that hurt me, because I realized they were my greatest teachers. They taught me the greatest lesson of all that I will be getting to in a moment, how we get to love. Forgiveness. Who knows who I am, where I come from, what my soul has done or hasn't done? Every saint was once a sinner, and I'm no angel. I'm angelic. I don't know if I'm an angel yet. I've applied for the position and would love for you to vote for me to get my real wings. I can wear the angel feather wings now and take beautiful pictures with them, but does that mean I have real angel wings? I might not, I don't know. Psychics tell me I do. Big ones. My friends that are psychics tell me, yes, I have them. But I have that warrior energy as well, the fighter. Though I've lived through attempted murder, attempted rape many times, it didn't happen. I talked about my sister Nod, who was brutally murdered. Her fears. Fears. These are old wounds that are starting to leave. Why didn't it happen to me? Knock on wood, not yet. Because I faced my fears and I stood my ground on self-defense, on the law of this land, on the law of Arizona, and I called the police and I asked for help. I didn't allow my fears to control me. And to the perpetrators, I sent a very strong message that I'm not going to stay quiet. I have a long life ahead of me. I have a young one that I have to take care of. He's only 2. I'm not going to die and leave a 13-month-old baby like my mom. And 6 children to be tormented. Not saying she did it intentionally or willingly. Fears. And this is the most powerful thing that I'm going to share with you tonight. A friend of mine, I was at a business conference a week, 2 weeks ago, something like that. It's a full moon. That was a couple weeks ago. And she said she was a shaman, a colleague actually. And I said, "You're a shaman. I love to honor the earth and the nature beings and the trees. And, and I said, well, if you're a shaman, then by all means, please be my MC, be the master of ceremony, and do a shamanic healing for me under this beautiful full moon. She's all right. So I gifted her some tobacco. And what happened after, there was a fire, and she says she's African American. And she's my tribe. We stay up all night and we dance around the fire for hours, 6, 7 hours. And we pray and pray, and we, and I closed my eyes. It was late. It was almost 2 in the morning. I'd been working all day, and we were just hanging out, talking, and, one of those moments I didn't want to sleep. And then I saw myself in my mom's womb. And as a little baby, my head, which is going to explain a lot of things in my life, kept hitting her belly and the womb, and I was fighting. The trauma that I needed to heal, my fears, weren't coming from my physical life outside of my mother's womb. They started inside the womb. I can't disclose, or I don't remember, I blacked out the memories of what was happening to my mother, but from the womb as a baby, I kept fighting, like, no, and I was hitting, it's like, no. My mother was suffering and suffering and suffering, and something was going on that me and my mom's womb, I started to say no. And I said, no, Mom, say no, Mom, it's just like, no. So my whole life, I tried to heal. But in utero, as a fetus, something on the outside was happening. And as I was developing, my emotional, passionate nature formed. And when it formed, I have a dream to fulfill one of my mom's deepest wishes, which, her number one value when she was dying, told my dad, educate my kids. The other value was to build a sacred world. So I made a decision in the womb to come here and serve you and help you get through your fears. Because I wouldn't accept what was happening, and neither should you. And I don't mean allowing it to flow, an acceptance of the thing. I mean, how do I say, it's so hard with the word acceptance in that sense. I wouldn't tolerate that was the way life should be. So our fears are not real. They might have been formed when you were in utero too.